Hello, I'm Steven Poelmans and I'm invited by Nortus Brazil to teach in several of their courses. I would like to talk about team coaching. It is clearly an increasing trend in Europe and around the world to shift our coaching attention from the individual to the team. Now, why is this happening? I think it's important to have a broader context of what's going on in organizations worldwide more specifically. Through several crises, through the push of companies to be more efficient, we have seen basically the breakdown of hierarchical structures in organizations and the rise of working in teams. Teams can respond more quickly to changes in the environment. Complex organizational structures tend to be slow. And what we're looking for are flexible organizations, flat organizations, getting rid of all those unnecessary layers. We also look for more delegation. We look for more empowerment of people making decisions in the moment to respond quickly to changes in the market. Now, teams are complex as in itself in general. In addition to the traditional teams we have in departments or divisions, we see much more the rise also of process teams, cross-functional teams, cross-disciplinary teams, cross-cultural teams, teams that cross boundaries between different companies, between suppliers and clients. We have teams also that are organized in a virtual way around the world in a globalizing world. The big challenge of coaching teams is that a team is an organism in itself that is going way beyond than simply the sum of the individuals. It is an organism that has its own life and its own laws that rule the dynamics of groups and teams. Therefore, as a team coach, it's very important to get a deeper insight into the psychological and the neurological substrates of dynamics in teams. It's important to understand the specific tools that a team coach can use in order to accompany teams in becoming more efficient. It's important to understand the complexity of the different roles in a team. Within a team, you can have people who are leaders, who are followers, we can have rebels, we can have resource investigators, different types of roles that actually are very useful for a team to have. A team can have different cognitive styles, it can have different orientation, it can have different preferences in the individuals, which makes working in a team much more complex. So a good course on team coaching doesn't only talk about concepts, about tools, but it also looks at ways for a team coach to accompany a team towards results. Because at the end of the day, what it's all about. Team coaching, an emerging trend. Is it just a trend? Is it just a fashion? I don't believe so. I think there's no way back. More and more we will be working in teams, and a well-prepared coach should know and should train into the team coaching aspects of being a coach. Here's my tip in the context of team coaching. I once had the privilege to interact with the ex-CEO of the company called Heineken. As you know, a worldwide company producing and marketing beer. He told me, Steven, typically in a team context, we have the tendency to focus on the person who's talking. And it's logical, right? He's making or she's making a point, and we try to understand the person who's talking, the way he's talking, the message that he or she is given. His tip was focus on the people around the person who's talking. Focus on the other people. Look at their nonverbal behavior. Look at whether they are looking down or looking at the person, whether they are shaking their hands or whether they're actually doing quite the opposite. What's the response of the team to the person who's talking? There's a lot of information there, and it's a bit counterintuitive. We have to direct our focus, not just to listen and focus on the person who's talking, but the whole organism the whole team around the person. Because at the end of the day, the one that makes the decision is a team, not the individual. Try it out.